Alright, this video is for week 2 distance learning. I'm going to walk you through a couple of the concepts that the lessons were teaching you. The first one is how to solve equations with fractional coefficients, which means, simply means, all that means is the number in front of the x is not a whole number. So solving stuff like this, 2/3 x equals 20. Now, this is solved the same way something like this would have been solved. If I had 50 or 5x equals 50, I know that 5x means 5 times x. The opposite of that is divide. So I divide both sides by 5. This would cancel. So then x is equal to 50 divided by 5, or 10. With the new equations we're looking at, the same exact thing, except now the numbers in the front of the variable, or in front of the x, are not whole numbers. So, if I had 2/3 times x, the opposite of that is to divide by 2/3. This will cancel. And then I have x on that side. The place people are going to make mistakes is when I get to the 20 divided by 2/3. To divide with fractions, I do the whole keep, switch, flip thing, which means that I flip the second fraction upside down and I multiply them. So that would give me 20 times 3, which is 60. 1 times 2, which is 2, and 60 divided by 2 is 30. So the answer to this problem is 30. Now, what the book is teaching you, and a couple of the videos we put online are teaching you, is that if you start with this, you can absolutely solve it by just doing the opposite like we just did. Or, kind of a way to skip a step is to recognize that if I have 2/3, I can eliminate that fraction by multiplying it by its reciprocal, which means that if I take the fraction and I flip it upside down and multiply them together, they will cancel. That would give me 6/6, which is 1, which cancels. If I multiply one side by 3/2, I have to multiply the other side by 3/2, which would give me 60/2, and again the answer would be 30. So the idea would be that you can just go through the exact same process you were doing, or if you recognize if I have a fraction, I can multiply it by its reciprocal, which means I flip it upside down and it's going to cancel. Then, because of teeter-totter, if you do it to one side, you have to do it to the other side, and you can solve the equation from there.